Let's talk about Vitalik Buterin. Confirms he's assisting in Dogecoin's proof of stake transition. This is from a little bit ago, actually, but I know people wanted to talk about it. So we're going to this was only posted 3 hours ago, but I believe this clip is from earlier. So anyways, what we got here is from cryptonews.net. It was tweeted at me, and I forgot the name. I'm sorry. Thanks for tweeting it at me. So basically, the community helping out with the news topics for the day. But here we go. The proof of stake network is becoming increasingly adopted among major cryptocurrencies, with more and more actively transitioning to it. Almost every major cryptocurrency now has a plan to transition to proof of stake, according to Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin, who revealed in a recent interview with that Dogecoin, Doge, also aims to transition to a proof of stake network with community staking. The Ethereum founder said, quote, "Every major cryptocurrency except for one has an active plan to move to proof of stake. I guess the arguments will be even easier to make once you know Ethereum is proof of stake and once you know Dogecoin's plans are further along and Zcash plans further along." So essentially what we're getting here is like a couple hints. We got Dogecoin moving proof of stake and Zcash moving proof of stake. That's what we can gather from this quote, at least from Mr. Vitalik Buterin himself. And the keys there, of course, is that he's probably more in the know about what would be moving to proof of stake and what wouldn't than a lot of people. So I'll kind of take his word for it at this point. I have not really been into Zcash or Dogecoin. Zcash maybe early on, of course, before it went essentially all ASIC and kind of got flooded from that perspective. And then I was kind of not interested in it as much anymore. And then Dogecoin, I've personally never been that interested in. Obviously, with its profitability over the past year on the L3 pluses, it was one to merge mine. What I appreciated out of that is merge mining allowed me to get some Litecoin, which I actually like, but also remain profitable by selling the Dogecoin that was being mined at the same time and paying all the stuff to basically do it, and then stacking a little bit of Litecoin. That's what I was doing there. What I like about Litecoin is, of course, its fast transactions and low fees just for transferring funds around, and it's kind of ubiquitous, right? So the interesting thing, and I know like I'm going to sound like a Litecoin shill here, but because it's accepted almost everywhere across all platforms, and because it's really quick and easy to send, it's just kind of my go-to for like, oh, I need to move funds from X exchange to Y exchange. Just flip it into Litecoin and shoot it over. It seems to always work. So that's kind of why I like Litecoin. I'll definitely probably try to continue to support the network with a few little L3 pluses that I do have once, of course, even if Dogecoin goes proof of stake. But there you go. Buterin referenced a proposal published on Christmas last year, which outlined a strategy to execute the Doge proposal for a community staking version of proof of stake, which would let more individuals participate in managing the Dogecoin network. Quote, "They recently released something, the Dogecoin Foundation, in collaboration with Vitalik Buterin, to create community staking. It got published last year at Christmas time." End quote. The proposal for proof of stake. Furthermore, the Dogecoin Foundation stated at the time that it was working with Vitalik on crafting a proposal that would, quote, "allow everyone, not just the big players, to participate in a way that rewards them for contribution to running the network, and at the same time gives back the whole community through charitable causes," end quote. It's worth mentioning this because Buterin serves as an advisor to the Dogecoin Foundation, alongside Billy Marcus, the co-creator of Doge, and Jared Birchall, who represents Tesla CEO Elon Musk's legal and financial interests. Notably, Tesla recently made some of its merch buyable with Dogecoin. Finbold reported last year that Vitalik Buterin hoped Dogecoin would move proof of stake consensus method with the aid of Ethereum's technology as soon as possible. He also suggested an ETH Doge bridge, which he believes would accelerate the transaction speeds on the Doge blockchain. I mean, obviously, the end part there is good. Bridging is great. Interoperability, which I'll still never pronounce because I have a mush southern brain. That's just how it works. For whatever reason, I can't do it. But that's good news. As far as Dogecoin moving proof of stake, no, you don't want it. I would get out of Dogecoin as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and pull up the Dogecoin rich list here for you guys to demonstrate the problem with that. All right, let me see if I can find here's the top 100. Let's just dig into this real quick, just so you guys get an idea of why I'm like, All right, so here's the rich list for you. There we go. Is this the Dogecoin? Yeah, Dogecoin holders. Number one address controls 23% of the total supply of Dogecoin in existence. And it has for a long time. A long time. And what happens when you move proof of stake? What happens when you move proof of stake? What do? You take a portion of the cryptocurrency and you lock it up and you validate transactions with the amount of cryptocurrency you control. So what's the potential if you have 23% of the entire supply of a coin and it moves proof of stake? You can basically verify 25% of the transactions on the network, theoretically. Of course, there's luck and other things involved, right? But this isn't good. This isn't good at all. And you should be very cautious when a coin that has this much in one wallet wants to move to proof of stake. But, you know, we have the same problem with Ethereum too, and people aren't questioning these things. Start questioning these things. It's not good. It moves cryptocurrency in the wrong direction. Now, there is something they noted that is interesting, and I wonder how it would be implemented, but allow everyone, not just big players, to participate in a way that rewards them for their contribution to running the network, and at the same time gives back to the community through charitable causes. Is there a way, right, to basically run proof of stake in a manner that allows people with less holdings to compete on solving blocks? And if there is, hopefully that's what they're referencing, because that's what would need to happen for this to not be a complete disaster to the Dogecoin network. It's already questionable as it stands, right? Dogecoin in general, it's already questionable as it currently sits. Maybe it's Elon that has that number one wallet though. And then maybe we're okay. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't do anything with it. Maybe we get airdrop supply drops, you know, from Elon himself. I'm just making stuff up right now. I'm making stuff up. Do not take any of that last part seriously. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.